So that is the first thing to understand, that although science has a position on rebirth, it hasn't got an understanding of the mind which is very sophisticated as yet. It's working on it, but it doesn't really understand the mind. And if you don't understand the mind, you cannot understand rebirth, because the mind, the precursor for believing in rebirth is that there can be such a thing as a mind which is separate from the material body, that the mind has, in a sense, a life of its own. It is not 100% dependent on the body for its existence. So for this, it's important to realize this. So when science often rejects rebirth, in my opinion, as far as I can see, is often without having the firm evidence which is required for rejecting it. So why is it then that science rejects rebirth? And I think that the thing of rebirth is often considered a religious thing in scientific circles. And because science and religion has often been at loggerheads over many centuries, and science has been saying one thing, religion something else, science has tended to dismiss religious beliefs as just beliefs, and for that reason hasn't really taken them seriously. But, of course, just because something is a religious belief does not mean that it's wrong. And in this particular case, it is my conviction that science just hasn't yet arrived at a point where it can take a meaningful position on this thing called rebirth.